Great. Good morning everybody. I can feel how excited you are to be together, to actually see each other in person. And it's great to have you here. So, you were just catching up after 2 years that many of you have probably missed the Stellenbosch University Choir World Champions, for a number of years, who have, and they will every morning start our day. So, I'm Ellen Tise. I'm the Senior Director, Library and Information Services at Stellenbosch University. It is my pleasure to welcome you this morning to the 16th Stellenbosch University Library and Information Symposium. As I started off by saying, considering what we've been through over the last 2 years, it is indeed an honor and a privilege to host you this year. A special welcome to all our speakers, those who are in person and those who will be joining us virtually, and to our long-standing sponsors. I really see you as partners of our symposium, EBSCO, who will once again host the symposium dinner on Wednesday evening, Elsevier, Emerald Publishing, ProQuest, Sabinet Online, Springer Nature, and Worldwide Information Services. The last time we gathered for our symposium was in 2018. Some of you might recall that we were supposed to host then the Open Repositories Conference in 2020, because now, since about 7-8 years ago, we host this conference, the symposium, only every second year. So we were not going to have a symposium in 2020 because we were going to host, for the first time on the African continent, the Open Repositories Conference. We all know why that has not happened. The Open Repositories Conference has been postponed until 2023, and that gave us an opportunity this year to bring the symposium back. A number of universities and research institutions are well represented here, and of course also most of them virtually joining us this morning. It is of course a pity that many of you can't join us here this morning, but we are sure you will benefit and enjoy the conference, the symposium as much as us here present. As you also know, there had been a number of conferences so far this year, but what really sets this one apart from the others, as first of all, besides the fact that, of course, it is focusing on academic and research libraries specifically, but it's also because we really create a forum here where we want to know and hear what is changing in libraries, and also what are the new things that we can learn so that we can reposition us and that we're able to also improve and enhance our services that we provide for our clients. And I'm sure there will be something, even if it's just one thing new that you will learn over the next 3 days, then I think that we have accomplished that. Our target for today was, because of all the conferences and everything taking place, 125, but we are delighted that over 170 delegates and speakers will participate in the symposium over the next 3 days, and they will be from 7 countries, including South Africa, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, Brazil, Netherlands, and even the United Arab Emirates. And of course, that's some of the advantages that the pandemic had actually brought to us. So about the symposium this year, as we know, the theme is From Hero to Superhero, Agile, Innovative, Responsive Libraries. As we know, also, the world was already in the midst of a technological revolution, the 4th industrial revolution prior to COVID-19. Parallel to this revolution was a gradual shift by universities towards online teaching, learning, and research, with libraries playing a central support role. To effectively deliver on their mandate, many libraries deployed advanced, innovative technologies such as robotics, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the use of data analytics to inform some of their decisions. Although COVID-19 has had negative effects generally, as we all have experienced it, it had also brought further innovation and further opportunities for innovation. Academic libraries shifted their services online at an accelerated pace in line with universities. The jury is still out as to whether this crisis will lead to another technological revolution in academic libraries, where the application of advanced technologies becomes the norm rather than the exception. The year 2020 and 2021 will forever be remembered as a period when individuals, organizations, and countries were challenged to cope in and adapt to a vastly different world brought about by COVID-19. Thus, the 2021 symposium seeks to map the journey of libraries as they navigated uncharted waters as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and its effects. Having previously embraced new and advanced technologies, libraries rose to the challenge by providing online library services to support universities to deliver on their mandate, thus contributing to saving the 2020 academic year, and again, we will do so in 2021. In doing so, libraries rose from heroes to superheroes. While it is important for libraries to share how they utilize various technologies to survive the COVID-19 and forced lockdowns, a peek into the future is also crucial. A report commissioned by Ex Libris shed lights on opportunities for research officers and libraries to support researchers more effectively, and I just want to highlight 2 of those. Researchers expect from their library more from their library than they had in 2020. Although 61% of researchers expressed satisfaction with the support they received from their institution's library, they expect more assistance than in 2020, especially with data-related services and services such as publication support. Collaboration between research offices and libraries has risen in 2021. Research office leaders report that the collaboration with the library increased by 6% on average from 2020. And one of those things where it had actually forged this collaboration even more so than in the past is actually in terms of open access compliance. And that's is one of the main areas of collaboration, as was found by this survey, primarily in the UK, but as we also know, in many other countries. So with that, we're going to listen now to Professor Eugene Cloete, who unfortunately can't join us this morning due to other commitments, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research, Innovation and Postgraduate Studies at Stellenbosch University, who will officially welcome you on behalf of the university.
Well, good morning, colleagues and delegates to the Library Symposium Week. If you have a look at the program, you will see that it is enticing and very exciting. What I like about what is going to happen is really to discuss what we learned out of the COVID-19 pandemic. The COVID-19 pandemic has forced us as a university to do virtually everything that we do in a different way. We had to go online with our teaching and learning. We also had to close our library and information service, but we still had to deliver on the need for access to information. And I really hope that during the next few days that we will take the lessons learned from the past 18 months. I think we really realized what are essential services to continue with a fully fledged university. We did set the goal to finish the academic years, specifically in 2020, and then we went on into 2021 with the same objective, is to finish the academic year successfully and to provide all the services that we possibly could to our students. I want to congratulate the staff of the Library and Information Services, starting with the Senior Director, Ellen Tise, and their staff. They really had to go out of their way to make sure that information was available. You can imagine how busy the library is, thousands, hundreds of thousands of visits in a year, and suddenly that could not happen. And suddenly the learning spaces in the library were not available to our students. This posed tremendous challenges, not only to our students and staff, but particularly also to our library and information services staff. But they excelled in continuing with the excellent support that they have been giving our students and staff in the non-COVID period. And I want to thank them very much for that. You will notice that everything has changed. And if you go through the program, you'll see topics like artificial intelligence, robotics, ethics in the time of COVID-19, access to information, and so on. So it's a full program. Every lecture seems like it's going to be a attraction, and it will attract a lot of staff. I'm quite sure about that, and also students. If we think of what happened in the COVID-19 period last year, the one thing that we did learn is that very often the online events are better attended than when people have to attend in person. So I really look forward to the outcome of these sessions, to look at the lessons learned, to also then take note and determine the future. And you will see that we end off this program with Dr. Morne Mostert, who's an expert on future studies, and he will also share his views on the future post the COVID-19 period. So again, a hearty welcome. Thank you again for everyone that will be making a contribution during the symposium. It is much appreciated, and I wish you good luck and good deliberations. Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you very much to Professor Cloete.